everybody. We're cooking again today. Do you like my apron? I thought it would be nice to keep my clothes nice and clean. All right, so here's my recipe. It's easy apple crisp, and it is for one person. But if you have more than one person, you could make the recipe bigger. So it has the numbers right on the side. It says I need 1 medium apple, peeled and sliced, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of water, a 1/4 cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of butter. So those are all the ingredients I need for my apple crisp if I was making it for one person. So if I was making it for one person, I would need 1 apple. But today I decided I would make it for 2 people because I want to make it for me and my friend. So that means I have to do all of these things 2 times, which means more counting, which is always great. All right, so I took my apple and I peeled it. So here it is peeled. And I peeled 2 apples because remember, I want to make one for me and one for my friend. Well, I'm going to make it all together, but make enough for me and my friend. So I have a special apple slicer. So all you have to do is push. Oh, got to give it a little more strength. There we go. So there's my apple slices, and they're going to go straight into my cooking dish. They're going to go right here. Okay, so I'm going to put all the slices in. If I want, I can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I cut 1 apple into 10 slices. You're going to need a grown-up to help you with this part, okay? Because I don't want anybody to get hurt. So you can use a knife, or if you have a slicer, you can use a slicer. So 1, 2, 3, push. All right, I already had 10 slices. Let's keep counting. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, there are 20 apple slices from 2 apples in there. And I just used a small baking dish because I'm just making it for 2 people. But if you're making it for your whole family, you're gonna need a bigger baking dish, okay? All right, so I have my apple slices, and my recipe told me I needed 1 tablespoon of water, but I have to do it 2 times, so I need 2 tablespoons of water because I'm making it for 2 people. So here's my tablespoon. Open up my water. Oops, that might be an extra tablespoon there, but I'll do it anyway. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, the nice thing about this recipe is it doesn't have to be perfect. We'll just measure the best we can. All right, so I have my water in there, and that's to help cook the apples when they go into the oven. So I'm using my toaster oven today, but you could use your regular oven too. Just remember, a grown-up should be helping you. So I'm preheating it to 375 for grown-ups to know. All right, next I need to put my brown sugar, my cinnamon, my flour, my sugar, and my butter all in a bowl and mix it together, and that's going to be the topping for my apples. Okay, so the recipe says 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, but I'm making it for 2 people, so I have to do it 2 times. So I'm actually going to need 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. So here's my brown sugar. Take off the little top there, open it up, and let's get a scoop. And it says packed. It just means you push down the brown sugar. And so that way when you pop it out, it kind of stays in the same shape. You want to see? Boop. See, it just stays in the same shape if you pack it. So I'm making it for 2 people, so I need 2 tablespoons. Plop. All right. And I'm looking at my recipe, and it says I need a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. Remember, I have to do it 2 times because there's 2 apples, 2 people. So open it up, and this one has the little top for sprinkling, but I'm measuring today. So help me count. 1 and 2. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Okay, and I need my flour. it says that I need a 1/4 cup. Here's my 1/4 cup, little tiny cup. And I have to do it 2 times. So open up my flour. I'm gonna get a scoop. 1 and 2. Put it in the bowl. All right, I did my flour. Now I need my sugar. And it says 2 tablespoons. But listen, I have to do it 2 times. So I have 1, 2 for one person, and then I have to add 2 more for the next person. 3, 4. That means 4 tablespoons of sugar. So help me count so I don't lose track. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, that is almost everything. The last thing I need will be my butter. And it says to use 2 tablespoons of butter. And remember, just like the sugar, I have to do it 2 times. So here's 1, 2 tablespoons for one person, and we have to add 2 more. 3, 4. So we need 4 tablespoons of butter. All right, so I'm gonna use my fork to help me get my butter out. There's 1. Come on out, butter. And this part goes a little slower. 2. Keep going. I gotta get 4. 3. And last one. 4 scoops of butter. There we are. Okay. I'm going to move those out of my way so that I'm ready to mix. Put the lid back on my butter. Move that out of the way. And then this, what you want to do is smush your butter into the ingredients. Okay? So this part you might want some help with because you got to use a lot of muscle. Okay? So you're just going to squish it all down. I'm going to have to stand up a little bit so I can put a little more muscle into it. So see, I'm mixing it, but I'm also pushing the butter down. So grown-ups might need to help with this. And it's going to be lumpy. But we just want to make sure the flour and the sugar are mixed in together and that the butter chunks aren't too much bigger than a pea. Smush, smush, smush. Almost done. Oh, I can hear my neighbor watering outside. All right. Almost finished here. Squish, 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 squish. All right, it's pretty much ready. So now, all I have to do is put the sprinkle topping on top of my apples. Like that. All right, and it's all gonna cook together. It's gonna be so yummy. Almost done. Sorry, I'm blocking the view. There we go. Okay. And sometimes people like to add a little extra, like, what was I gonna call it? Nutmeg or more cinnamon. So you can play with this recipe a little bit if you want to make it just right for you. And you can make it for lots of people or just a couple people, okay? Just depends on how many apples you have and how many people want to eat this. So this is going to be my apple crisp. So I have to put it in the oven. In it goes. Remember, a grown-up needs to help you. Close it up. And I'm going to set my timer. I'm going to try for 25 minutes and see if that's enough. And I'm going to be smelling to see when it's ready too. So I'll know it's ready when I put a fork into the apple. It'll be nice and soft. That's how I know it's done. Okay, well, I hope you guys have fun and you get to cook together. And thanks for visiting me. I'll see you again.